Hello Animorphs fans and welcome back to the Animorphs Reviews YouTube channel. We're going to look over your comments today after the casting Prince Elfangor movie video thing that I did, where I gave you 5 suggestions for voice actors who could play the role of Prince Elfangor in an Animorphs movie, which would be, more than likely, strictly a voice acting role. So a lot of you came back with your suggestions. I've got quite a few. And I'm going to go through them now and see what I think of your suggestions. And maybe by the end of this, I'll have an idea of who I'd like to hear as Prince Elfangor. And maybe you will as well. So at the moment, out of my 5 that I suggested, I think Keith David was the most popular one. And I agree. I think Keith David would be great. Remember to go check out that video if you haven't seen it already before we leap into this. So let's go through, starting from the bottom here. We're going to look through each of these voice actors and see which one we like best. Thank you all for your comments, by the way. Always appreciated. Thank you for watching the channel and getting involved, because the more Animorphs fans get involved, the more Scholastic will probably think, oh, let's do more Animorphs stuff. So, Mac User, thank you very much. You suggested Phil Lamar. Let me get this freaking thing sorted out. Phil Lamar. So what I've done is I basically, in a tab on Google, without spelling it wrong, I've typed in the actor space voice acting and seen what comes up.
Okay, you definitely know this one.
50 years have passed, and I do not age.
We could easily keep going through his 300 other characters, but let's just cut to
Yeah, I'm not interested in hearing you, great big story. I want more Phil Lamar.
Hermes Conrad, certified bureaucrat from the show Futurama.
Great cow of Moscow!
Virgil Hawkins, aka Static Shock.
From Static Shock.
John Stewart, Green Lantern from Justice League.
No evil shall escape my sight.
That voice, I like that one. That one that he did just there.
Williams, the weatherman from Family Guy.
Ollie Williams has the story. Ollie?
I'm at the wrong airport!
Oops, well,
Not that one. No, not that one.
thanks, Ollie.
Wilt from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. One of my favorites is
Dracula from Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
And of course, the samurai known as Jack from the cities of the same name.
He who wears a mask cannot see what lies within himself.
Yeah, but the thing is about this guy, I've already picked out, he is extremely versatile. He could do all sorts of voices. So, yeah, I think he could do a good Elfangor. But he could probably do other roles even better. Now, I'd have to think of some roles, maybe like a Hawk Bajir character or something like that he could probably pull off. Let's have more of a listen.
To me, if you got a chest this big, you gotta have a deep voice. My name is John Stewart, Green Lantern of Sector 2814.
And how about Static Shock?
That voice was basically just myself. But, you know, he just happens to have electrical powers. And to me, that is the character I relate to.
This guy is so versatile. This guy's a superb voice actor. Okay. Yeah, I think he could do Prince Elfangor. Would I choose him to do it? Probably not. I would find another role for this chap. I'm going to keep him on my list for maybe another... I don't think he could do Vista 3. Yeah, maybe a Hawk Bajir voice. Maybe a Hawk Bajir voice. Or what other voices are there in the first sort of section of Animorphs who would require a voice actor? Oh, it's an interesting question. I'd like to know your opinions on this guy. But that was Phil Lamar, and yeah, I like. In fact, he's probably up there. He's near Keith David level for me. So next up was Joshua McKay. Thank you very much. You suggested Hugo Weaving. Hugo Weaving, casting for... So he's on Transformers. So this video says same voice actor. Both played by Hugo Weaving. It's an 18-second clip. Let's see what this does. Let's make sure it's unmuted first.
He was meant to rendezvous with me here on Earth before fate waylaid us both. The only
That's a fucking Hawk Bajir voice. You're a Hawk Bajir.
way to revive him, we needed Prime and his Matrix. You put these ideas into his head. two-faced traitorous wretch!
Yeah, that's... I immediately thought Hawk-Bajir. That's... Hugo Weaving. Jarahami. What else has he done?
Megatron, where is the cube? You fail me yet again, Starscream. Get them!
Yeah, I can't hear any Prince Elfangor in this guy. I can't hear any Joshua McKay. But I tell you what, we've nailed Jarahami down. There he is, Hugo Weaving. Give him some head blades and send him out onto the freaking stage. That's him. Okay, great suggestion. I personally believe wrong character, but great suggestion nonetheless. The infamous RPG group on Rumble went over my choices and then recommended Stephen Amell, but he recommended a specific video, so I'm going to watch that specific video.
You're right. This is a war, but I'm going to fight it the right way, because I am all this city has.
I think this is it.
Don't ever stop. This world, this new world, it needs both of you.
I'm not sure. Say something! Stop dying and say something! No, don't die! No, you need to say at least a couple more lines. Damn you! It doesn't stand out. It just doesn't stand out to me. Maybe there are other videos where he does more, but from what I heard there, I think there are better options. Thank you for the suggestion, though. Dutch Kitty suggests Tom Hiddleston. Thank you, US Dutch Kitty. Known you for quite a long time now. Hope you're doing well. But you're one of the only people that said Keith David no, and suggested for Elemis or Cryek, which, I mean, fair. But you've suggested Tom Hiddleston, who is this guy. Tinkerbell and the Pirate Fairy featurette voice work. Tom Hiddleston.
Just 1 year ago, we'd lost everything. Our ship turned adrift, and then we found her. Exactly. We needed a captain.
I think you like you caught onto the suggestion of using a British person, which I do appreciate. I appreciate that.
And when we humbly asked if she could make us fly,
That's it. Thank you very much.
I love voice work because you're stripped of some of your tools. You're stripped of your body and you're stripped of your eyes, which tell so much story.
So this is wonder and...
I think his voice is too human, and that's probably a weird thing to say, but I think the aliens in this series, they need voice actors who have that very distinctness to their voice. So when I say he sounds too human, what I'm saying is...
of incredulity. Look at that. It sparkles like 1,000 sapphires.
He just sounds... He wouldn't sound right as an alien, I don't think. It would sound too normal. Come to Britain and a lot of people sound like this. So maybe that's just me as a British person wandering around Britain, hearing people...
You're quite the little genius.
But with voice acting, you just have your voice, and your voice has to tell all of the story.
You only have maybe a sketch or something to go by.
Just quickly, let's see if there's anything else he's done. Loki in the game Thor: God of Thunder. Let's see if he can do something else. All right, less of this. Come on, straight in.
These are the characters, these are the voices that players and people have seen in the movies, they've associated with, and it's great to carry it forth into the game.
Voice their characters in the game brings a level of
So there he
authenticity to
is.
the project.
You only have to smash that just as
That's not him.
Brother.
There he is.
I might know how to turn this defeat into victory.
Thor and Loki have always been very close brothers. When we meet them in the story, they've had a great relationship.
Epic comic book canvas. Face the wrath of Asgard. But also simply as an actor approaching a personality and trying to fill out each facet of that personality.
Would you dare face the Infernir on their home world? I must.
Nah, I'm not feeling it. I just don't. He's not an alien. He's yeah. I know. Literally, he's not an alien. Christ, Medi. But I don't think you can voice act for an alien. I just don't. I don't see it. Thank you for the suggestion, however. And next up, Fubaralakbar 6800. Thank you very much. Gave 3 options. So Tony Todd, Peter Cullen, and Brendan Coyle. So let's go through these. This is Tony Todd. Plays Venom, apparently. Which, oh, voice showcase. Let's go for voice showcase.
It is a good day to die.
So he played that Klingon bloke. Okay, I see where we're going already.
It takes a lot more than that to injure a Klingon. Why do you always go off alone? The leaders should never take point. What was the weapon that the Exomorphs used to destroy the Idril? Then we fight our way out of the neutral zone.
You know what? Yeah. Let's listen to some more.
They will pay.
Got to change. So we can do an evil laugh.
I will take her to my kin by another path. My kin will meet us at a sheltered location beneath the surface. We must move her there quickly. I will stabilize her if the free man will provide us with protection.
Could even do Hortbajir. Because I've already put forward Hugo Weaving for Hortbajir. Hortbajir needs quite a deep voice, but also with that gravelly, guttural in their voice.
The Alex fans.
You can hear it, that rumble.
You received my messages. Come, enter. You are.
I still think Hugo Weaving is like spot on, perfect, nailed on for Hortbajir. But if this guy did if he did Jarahami, who, let's face it, probably wouldn't be in a first Animorphs movie, but regardless, get them. But Hugo Weaving and Tony Todd, Hortbajir voices. Could Tony Todd also do Elfangor? Let's look at some more.
This world has made you soft, Etrigan. Give me the horn, human. Very well. Your souls shall never pass from Earth. Don't think I forgot who imprisoned me here in the first place, you half-human whelp. Get used to the...
I'd say he could probably do it, and I'd be more than happy if Tony Todd did it, but I'm still very much in the realm of Keith David and the other guy who I liked, who I've forgotten already, but upon editing, I'll remember who it was. Yeah, this guy, he could be a Hortbajir as well. There you go, Tony Todd. That's who you are. So next up is Peter Cullen. Now, I believe Raptor and I went over this guy, and he's in Transformers as well. Voices of Optimus Prime.
Hey, slave over a hot mic, you know, you gotta put some blood out there, you know what I mean? Anyway, I went to the audition telling them that my agent, I said, I'm not going to do any monster sounds. I can't. My throat is really kind of burned up, and I'm still coughing.
Just hearing him talk here, not even acting.
Before time began, there was the Cube.
I live to serve you, Lord Megatron.
Where is the Cube? I am Optimus Prime.
So he does Optimus Prime.
1986 was my last shot at this.
I'm very glad we went with Peter Cullen on the voice.
Transform and roll out!
Can't imagine anyone else being Optimus.
You want me to say Autobots? Autobots recon.
Yeah, and giving you like little.
This guy is good. This guy is very, very good. He's not British, so he's not like best ever, of course. He's great. I love it. I think he's in the top 3 for me. Top 3. Who else did I really like again? Was it Phil Lamar? Was it? No, it wasn't Stephen Amell. No, it wasn't. Yeah, I think it's Phil Lamar who I also really liked. So, at the moment, Phil Lamar, Keith David, whoever his name is, Peter Cullen. Though currently top 3. Let's have a look at Brendan Coyle. Has he done voice acting or? Brendan Coyle as Nelson Clay in Spotless.
It's not easy, my role.
Again, we're going down the British route, I think.
Looking out for everyone else, putting their needs first, taking care of detail, no matter how small, solving problems, remaining out of sight, crumbs from the plate, thankful for small mercies. But I don't accept my role. Here, I give the orders, and I decide who gets mercy.
Don't be mean.
And who doesn't.
No bother. That's just mean. I don't think I've seen enough from that little bit there. I think I need to see more. Brendan Coyle as Mr. Bates from Downton Abbey.
I'll do it.
And in the first episode, Bates very nearly leaves because he's not fit for purpose.
The plain fact is, Mr. Bates, through no fault of his own, is not able to fulfill the extra duties expected of him.
Bates knew...
Who the frick was that? Who's this guy? Hold on a minute, I need to do some research. So his name is Jim Carter. I think we might end up going on a tangent here, ladies and gentlemen.
Bates, through no fault of his own, is not able to fulfill the extra duties expected of him.
Bates knew that inevitably that would...
I've lost interest in you, Brendan Coyle. I need to see who this freaking Jim Carter is.
Of our town. So let's look at our story and why this project is so important. Tourists have been coming to Knaresborough for hundreds of years. Visitors like Turner painted it not once, but 4 times. Mother Shipton's Cave and the Dropping Well are considered to be the oldest tourist attraction in England. Before that, Knaresborough welcomed pilgrims to the Trinitarian Priory, the final resting place of St. Robert. It's a wonder the town is still standing after waves of attacks by the Normans, the Scots, Henry VIII.
The frickin' dark horse coming in out of left field. Jim Carter. I like this guy. What else has he done?
I've been blessed, I think, with quite a good inner voice to help me know which are the right decisions to take. We all meet a lot of those sliding door moments in our lives.
What's happening here? It says at the bottom, actor, Downton Abbey, Transformers. Why is everyone on this list from Transformers? Do I just need to go watch a Transformers movie and take my picks from there or something? Apparently he was in frickin' Transformers as well.
You think, do I go that route or that route? People never believe this, but I have no ambition. I've just followed the path that seemed the right way to go.
I think this guy could do a good Elfangor. Right, top 3 is adjusted. It's now Keith David. Peter Cullen? God, my memory is terrible, isn't it? Basically, Phil Lamar has dropped off the top 3. I'm pretty sure it was Peter Cullen. Or was it Tony Todd? It was one of those two. But Fubara, you, the person there, you have inadvertently given me another option, and that is Jim Carter. Excellent voice, excellent. And it keeps with the British Andalites thing that I would love to see. Not that I'm biased or anything. Next suggestion comes from In Living Shaka. How are you doing? I hope you're doing all right. You suggested Mark Hamill. So let's look at this. Watch Mojo. Top 10 Mark Hamill voice performances.
Work of this prolific actor and voice actor across multiple media, including film, television, and video games.
That's not true! That's impossible!
Number 10, Senator Stampingston, Metalocalypse.
These freaks, as you call them, are currently worth billions.
As a voice actor, Hamill is perhaps best known for his
Look,
portrayal
shut
of
up, lady!
menacing and devious villains, and Senator Stampingston is no exception. Metalocalypse followed the fictional
You're doing a video on best voice actor performances. I'd like to actually hear his voice.
metal band Deathclock, and opposed to these rockers was a shady and mysterious group known as the Tribunal.
Gentlemen, it appears as if Deathclock is back.
As the primary member,
Seriously, I freaking hate Watch Mojo. Does anyone else actually watch that stuff? God, it's annoying. Let's try something else. The Voices of Animation, Mark Hamill. Let's try that. Here we go. Better. Straight into it. Thank you, Big Brain Katrina. Thank you for not being like Watch Mojo and just freaking going on.
Lousy picture, though. Lousy. Address, height, weight, blah, blah, blah. Righty. Oh, chuckers.
I don't think of that's the right voice to look at. Skeleton King.
Hero, we are but pawns in a universal game of good versus evil.
I wasn't expecting guests. I've been down here for a very long time. Years. Weeks, maybe. I miss orange juice.
You really are being very silly about this. You think I'm doing this for money? You understand nothing. According to the legend, the same technology that kept Laputa airborne also made it a major power that once dominated the entire planet.
Do you think Grundy's soul is waiting for him? Then Grundy gets his reward.
Yes.
You know what? When I first saw the suggestion, Living Shaka, I was like, not so sure. Because I only thought of him in the Star Wars role. But that... there's a...
More is an explosion room.
That one there, the Grundy one, whatever, this guy.
Think Grundy's soul is waiting for him.
That's sort of long. It's not perfect, but I get the feeling he can adjust that to be more Prince Elfangor, and it would be very, very good. Mark Hamill is up. He's up there on the. I'm not going to be able to pick an Elfangor today. Unlike last time, where I was able to pick James Spader, I think his name was, to be the voice of Vista 3, basically on the spot. I think that was his name. God, my memory is terrible. This one, I'm really struggling to pick out my number one choice. Mark Hamill, very, very good. Who's next? Officer Rebar suggests Ron Perlman, who is a strange-looking man, isn't he? But we're not here for it. Again, nothing about his appearance. We're worried only about the voice. So let's do a voice. The many voices of Ron Perlman in animation and video games.
I am the end. And I have come for you, Finn.
It's unfortunate that you had to see this, boy. This moment will always haunt you.
Close. Here's some more voices.
The timing was perfect to change the world. I knew the next avatar would be born an air nomad. So I wiped out the air temples. But somehow the new avatar eluded me.
No! You broke my concentration! It won't work. Don't you see it's too hard? It's like tensing a muscle. I can't keep it up for long.
I don't like that voice.
Breathing down my neck.
Well, until you get us some power, I don't have enough energy to completely phase out of your puny existence.
Not so much that one.
The girls' locker room? Danny Fenton. 34 dropped beakers in the last month. Banned for life.
No.
Handling all
The first couple were very good.
man or beast.
He's obviously quite versatile.
Get in my way.
Hulk destroy Ray!
Hulk
Oh,
is
he played
safe.
Hulk.
Ring not hurt Hulk now.
Banner, where's the ring?
One of the robots took it. It's gone. Those robots. They're the handiwork of the most evilly deranged man to walk this planet.
You keep a Red Lantern mascot on the Guardian's most advanced prototype ship? Have I taught you?
He's verging on good. I'm not so sure. There are a lot of voices here, and let's just listen to a couple more.
Who makes bad jokes, who concerns himself with pitiful men.
We're not dealing with mindless cybernetics. Just a slight miscalculation.
It must be valuable. A Jedi came looking for it.
So, this is Kal-El, son of Jor-El. Your father was a clever man.
You never speak to your friends again. I will allow them to live. But
that's more like
if you
it.
Disobey even the smallest request, I will annihilate them, Robin. And I'll make you watch. So
that's more like it. He doesn't breach my top 3. I know that much. Not bad. And I wouldn't say no. Ron Perlman. Thank you for the suggestion, Officer Rebar. Then obviously Medi Bollocks has to chime in with a pretty good suggestion, actually. And that is Liam Neeson. Not Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn.
A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. Chapter 1. The monster showed up just after midnight, as they do.
Yeah.
Connor was awake when it came. He'd had a nightmare. Well, not a nightmare. The nightmare.
I can already tell. Like it. Like it a lot. Liam Neeson.
The one he'd been having a lot lately. The one with the darkness and the wind and the screaming. The one with the hands slipping from his grasp, no matter how hard he tried to hold on. The one that always ended with, "Go away." Connor whispered into the darkness of his bedroom, trying to push the nightmare back, not let it follow him into the world of waking.
Very, very good suggestion. I like Liam Neeson. Is he in my top 3? Oh, I don't know. I'd have to watch these all again. Like when I'm doing my editing, maybe I'll come up with a better suggestion. Maybe I'll put it in the video description who my pick is. My God, this is hard. This is the hardest one I've had to choose so far, because the others, I think, have been a lot easier. I think it's because it's only voice. Because with the other characters, you need the face to match as well. And that makes that actually, because you have to be more specific, it makes it easier. This is very difficult, but Liam Neeson, another cracking suggestion. Thank you, Medi, for that suggestion. And next up, we have Savage Mosh Delgado. By the way, welcome to the channel. Thank you for coming along and watching. Thank you for leaving your suggestions. You saw that I included Jason Isaacs for Vista 3, and you also feel he could make it for a good Elfangor. So, voice showcase of Jason Isaacs. As I said, I thought he would be a very good Vista 3. What would he be like as an Elfangor?
Come to me.
Oh, so he's also the Basilisk.
I hunger.
But that's not the voice of actor.
Now, Spartan, face me for the last time.
I was a young lieutenant serving under General Shu in the Earth Kingdom. I discovered a hidden library, underground, in fact. I tore through scroll after scroll.
I am Zhao the Conqueror. I am the Moon Slayer. I will capture the Avatar. You.
That you had stumbled upon him. He was paid extremely well for what was intended to be a wild goose chase.
So far,
Here's a tricky item.
I'm not feeling it.
Even Abin Sur found that out. You had trouble finding it because it's wrapped in a veil of distorted space.
That's more like it.
Enoch, the Watchers await you within. Seek them out and bind them.
I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it with Lucius Malfoy. Close to feeling it, I think. I'm close to feeling it, especially with some of the voice acting. But no, I'm not caught by his Elfangorness. So you did also suggest one more, and that is Troy Baker. Troy Baker. And this is the last of your suggestions. 14 voices you didn't know Troy Baker could do. That sounds like the right sort of... Oh no, many voices of Troy Baker in video games updated. That's probably more what we're after.
Do you serve? I am Tarek, Axe Battler, Lord of the Frozen North.
I apologize for the sedative, but until we know how far along you are, we have to consider you a threat. I'm Major Richard Blake, Director of Advanced Tactical Ops at Serpa.
Not getting it so far.
What's this strange stuff, huh? Are you saying that I'm strange? You shitheads better get the hell out of my face,
Language.
or I'm taking you down! I just watched the EDF waste an entire town.
So far, same problem with... Was it Tom Hiddleston? Something like that. It just sounds too human. There's nothing... There's no, like, distinct alien-like quality so far.
Allowing me to purge the traitors from these lands. I beg of you. Grant me permission.
Not him.
What's next as you go back to Stillwater?
What? No, this is my fight.
It doesn't feel very versatile.
Aurum are gonna eat the entire Earth. But stow your fear. Pyron has a delivery, and their return address is just...
Nah, I'm not sold on any of those little clips I've seen. Troy Baker is a no from me. Thank you for your suggestions, though. And I'd love to hear your suggestions for the next voice acting thing we do. I don't know what it's going to be on yet. Although I've already had a couple of good looks at people who could voice, like Hawk Bajir. And I saw one the other day as well that I talked to Raptor and Geek Truth about. That I thought was very good. So maybe look at Jara Hammy or just like generic Hawk Bajir voices. Because you need unlike the TV series, you need, in an Animorphs movie, the Hawk Bajirs to have voice lines. You need that. It also just doesn't feel right to me. It wouldn't feel like proper Animorphs. It's one of the things I hated most about the TV series. But there is one person that I reminded myself to follow it with, and that is Sean Bean. Largely because in most roles he dies very early, so I think it would be very suitable.
Won't help. We've been trapped here since the Daedra overran the city. The Emperor is dead. Who are you? What do you really want with me? Yes, I'm a priest. Do you need a priest? I don't think I'll be much help to you.
Yes, right, let's have a look, see if there's more. So apparently he also did Civilization 6.
Writing is easy. All you have to do is cross out the wrong words. It was luxuries like air conditioning that brought down the Roman Empire. With air conditioning, their windows were shut. They couldn't hear the barbarians.
I think I'd need to hear more examples of him being a bit more versatile. I don't think Sean Bean's very versatile, but if he can nail that, I think just for... Firstly, great voice actor, and I think if he added that little bit of distinctness, alienness to his voice, it'd be perfect for the role. But also the fact that he'll die in the first scene, and that would be the meme. Animorphs would meme again. Do you not think? Because then the Sean Bean thing, oh, he's died again. That'll get, even if it's just a little bit more attention for Animorphs, I think that would be inevitable. Oh, Sean Bean's in it. Oh, does he die in the first scene? Of course he bloody does. Oh, Sean Bean. Probably not top 3. He's near there. But at the moment, yeah, I've got some forerunners that I can't remember the names of. I think Peter Cullen was one, Jim Carter, Keith David. Some great suggestions from you lot out there. Thank you very much. And we'll see who I do next. And I might even look into the Animorphs cast, because if the rumour from a while ago is true and they're aging the Animorphs up a bit, then I can actually start to look at like kid actors and say, right, that one, given a couple of years, would be right for that role, whatever. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Out of all the actors we've seen, all the voice actors, which one would be your pick for Prince Elfangor? Thank you very much for watching / listening, and I shall see you next time. Ta-ra!